हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम टू माय चैनल। और आज मैं स्टेनोग्राफी को आगे बढ़ाते हुए एक नई टॉपिक पे डिक्टेशन देने जा रहा हूँ। स्टार्ट। मिस्टर डेप्यूटी चेयरमैन सर, द डिस्कशन ऑन द appropriation bill provides an occasion when one can find out and point out to the government whether the money asked for by the government has been properly spent, whether there is any waste of money, and if it is so, then constructive suggestions can be made as to how this money can be spent very usefully. In this context, we have to come to the glaring fact which is facing us for the last 3 months, and that is the rising prices which we are seeing every day and every week. The rising prices in connection with food, edible oil and sugar, wheat, etc. are well known. We have discussed this at the beginning of the session. Therefore, I do not want to go into details. But, sir, in this connection, under the chairmanship of the cabinet secretary, a cabinet secretary was appointed by government to establish the prices, and a mid-term report and a full report have been submitted. But we are in the dark as to what has happened. We are told that the report has been submitted by the cabinet secretary and his colleagues, and I want to know from the minister as to what are the salient features whereby prices will be established by this committee. I hope he will be kind enough to enlighten us when he gives his reply. Then, sir, coming to the question about the taking over of wholesale trading in food grains, regulations are being passed by the party in power, but they remain on paper. Only very recently, when the chief minister met, they one and all opposed this idea. That is not practicable, and therefore it would not be possible for them to implement it. If that is so, then why do we create season in and season out this bogey of taking over the wholesale trade? Similarly, sir, I would like to know about the talk that there will be a mix-up where private corporations would be allowed side by side with public corporations for distribution of trade. What has happened to that suggestion? This suggestion was made to the representatives of the business community by a cabinet minister, and it has not taken shape at all. Then, sir, it seems to have been forgotten that steep rise in prices would redistribute income in an unplanned manner and creates social disharmony. It is also a fact that falling value of money is not conducive to saving formulation. Further, rise in prices give the exchange rate of the rupee, restricts our capacity to compete in the international markets. In this light, we would like to know what are the measures government would like to undertake to ensure a stable price level. Sir, there have been the first plan, the second plan, and the third plan, and so on. We have always been planning the scarcity. We are not planning for plenty. In every plan, there is scarcity. What is this type of planning? I have not understood it. Therefore, what we want to plan, we should plan for plenty, not for scarcity. Then also, I want to know whether the government is going to review industrial policy resolution or not. We have been told time and again that the industrial policy resolution is being looked into. But after looking into it, have they come to any decision? They must come before us and say that our position is this. When they talk of industrial policy resolution, they must come before us with an agricultural policy resolution also. We have never got any agricultural policy resolution before us. I have been in Parliament for the last more than 14 years and I have not heard about any agricultural policy resolution. Then, sir, as far as industrial development is concerned, it is everybody's knowledge that things are not going well. There is large underutilization of capacity. Those who have money and technical knowledge are not permitted to invest in fields where there are shortages. Not only there should be a new industrial policy spelling out clearly the roles of the private and public sector, but also there should be agricultural policy resolution. Our aim should be to make our country self-reliant and make our goods competitive in international markets. Unfortunately, this is far from it. We have been indulging in verbal duels on the role of private versus public sector. The government is hurrying to slow up even private trade channels. This will do no good. This will stifle initiative and enterprise. This will cut at the very root of efficiency. Lastly, sir, I want to know from the Honorable Minister whether gross profits proportion of total capita employed is only of the order of 10%. This is not enough to boost private effort. There is no study made as to whether control of prices or profits has not resulted in reduced investments. Stop. Thank you, friends. Thank you for listening me and my channel. Download my videos and do practice at least 10 to 15 times, and if you get me well, so do not forget to subscribe me, comment if you have any problem. Thank you.